Okay, how's it going, everyone? Marriland here. And, Wild Marriland appeared. Okay, so this is something I have an issue with, alright? Like, before I do any kind of talk, like, okay, iTunes, right? That's what I use to play my music. Right now I was in the mood for some Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. Why is it that when you press next on iTunes, like next track... Oh wait, now it actually works. What? Oh, it's just for my keyboard. Alright, well that's kind of weird. Okay, no, never mind. It's like you press next and it rewinds the song, but if you press previous, it goes to like an entirely different song. Like, who thought that was a good idea? All I wanted to do was just rewind this nice, calming Route 19 music that I'd been listening to for like the last half hour before, you know, I hit that go live button, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, whoa, hold on. Hold on a moment. I didn't want the battle theme. I just wanted to rewind. That's why I pressed back, because, you know, okay, I'm gonna press next right now and watch what happens. It restarts it. Now I have it on repeat, but still, you'd think if you're pressing next, you want it to, I don't know. I remember back in the old day, all right? Back in my day, Sonny, you know, if you had a player like Winamp or something, you could leave a track on repeat and it'll just keep playing over and over again, which is lovely. That's kind of how I like to consume music. But then have, like, if you press next, then it'll actually go to the next track. Like, isn't that what you would want? I just don't understand how this has been a problem for so long. All right, anyway, how's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and today I'm ranting about the iTunes, I guess, or music. No, that's not everything I'm going to be doing today. Now, this week is going to be a little on the lighter side as far as, you know, updates goes. I've been doing these weekly streams, just kind of a live chat for a little while now, and they've been a lot of fun. I think you all have been enjoying them. I tried something different this time around. I tried having it so it wouldn't be scheduled. Like, I didn't schedule the stream until like an hour before it went live, because I think we all kind of more or less know the time-ish. Like, it's not quite as like, hey, don't miss this. I also do think I am going to do it next Wednesday instead of Thursday. So I know I kind of talked about that, but it'll be on the 31st instead of April 1st. So that should be fun. So yeah, but anyway, it's been kind of a slower week as far as like work goes. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that's been moving forward, but it's not really anything like I can show or anything I can talk about. So, I don't really have that much as far as like progress on the site and things like that. And you know, that might just be how it goes with these update streams. You know, sometimes stuff happens, sometimes not. But what that should mean is we can get to the Q&A section a little bit faster. Now, I had teased some poster frames. This is completely irrelevant to any update or any, you know, anything. It's just something cool I can show you, just to talk about what I've been up to in my week. I mean, you know, I do stuff other than just work. And one of the things I was really excited about was getting some frames for posters I've had. So I'll show that off in a little bit. But one thing, let's do a little bit of rewinding here. We'll get some kind of boring... I won't even say drama, but we'll kind of talk about something I mentioned last week, and how that how it turned around rather quickly, which is like, oh, okay. So last week I said, you know, I was approached by a company that wanted to send me a gaming chair for review. You know, I was kind of excited about it because I was in the market for a new chair. I think that'd be neat. I never mentioned the company. I'm not going to mention the company. But, you know, it was kind of that, hey, should I do this? Because these kinds of streams, I feel like they'd be a natural fit if I can find good sponsors. Ones that I feel like, hey, I can promote this and feel fine about it, whether I'm paid for it or just given a product to review, or have like an affiliate link or something. It's just something extra that I can do. Like, I don't want to have, those kinds of product placements in, say, like walkthrough style videos. I've always been opposed to that. I do not want to have that in my content. So that's something that I just was hesitant about. And that's why I feel like a format like this fits very well. So, we'll see what happens with things like that. But, something that I, mentioned last week was that gaming chair, that I could have one sent to me for review. Well, I don't know if it was that night or the night after, but I did contact them back about it because I wanted to hear your all's opinion on it. And, then I contacted them back, and, it was weird. It was just some weird interactions, because it kind of changed from, hey, we want to send you a chair to review, to, hey, let's be a partner and use this affiliate link, and we want you to have our link on your channel, like your YouTube channel, instead of your website link, have that there and have all that. It's like, hold on a second now. Hold on. That's a bit different than just sending me a chair to review, especially if it's before I've even gotten the chair to review. Why would I want to promote something if I haven't even tested it? If I don't even have the product to review? It just seems kind of weird. And, I think I managed to talk them down a bit from that, but they still wanted me to follow them on their social media before they'd even send something. And, I understand that there's a bit of, risk on their end. Chairs are not exactly cheap to ship, and, they're a product with, it takes a bit. It's not a cheap product, but at the same time, it was just weird. Something didn't really smell right with it. So I said, no, I'm no longer interested. I'm not going to do that to you all. I feel very strongly about, working with good companies that I feel good about promoting. And, obviously there's always a risk whenever you're dealing with a company for something like a sponsorship or an affiliate program or promoting that, maybe they aren't all that good. Maybe, they gave you the good spin around and then they're not actually that good, and that's happened before. And, I'm not going to name names for, those ads you've probably seen, the placements you've probably seen. And like I say, at the end of the day, they help creators, in tough times. Oftentimes, a lot of creators rely on sponsorships and, paid sponsorships so they can make extra money in these times. And even if it's for games that I personally think may be a little scummy, I'm not gonna heavily fault the creator for it, because I know how it is, and you gotta kind of see that. But at the same time, I don't exactly think positive of that endorsement either. So I would rather avoid that unless it's like an extremely good deal. But even then, integrity is important to me. And that's why, from the start of this, I wanted to be open about it. And I wanted to kind of share this story. So again, I'm not sharing names. I'm not trying to badmouth anyone. It's more just about keeping you in the loop about something I talked about last week and how it is important to me. Finding good brands to work with, I think, is much, much better for everyone involved. So I'll definitely try to do my best when it comes to that and have it be things that I would want to endorse anyway. I think that's very fair. Also, Digituni, thank you so much for joining the big service. Yeah, that is awesome. Man, I have another emote I can unlock now for the members in chat. I keep getting more and more, but there's a total of 6 right now, and I can add a 7th, so we'll have to see. There, I posted some in chat. Oh, man. All right, so that's out of the way now. I don't have any other sponsor stuff to talk about, so we're good. But I figured that would be important to kind of mention. Okay, so next up on the list, I'm gonna wait for the posters. We'll do that after more people have a chance to show up. But they're really cool. Like, it's not, it's not really content that I'm making for my site or anything. It's not really YouTube content, but it's kind of cool. So let's see, what else has happened? Like I said, it was kind of a boring week. I had some sleeping trouble the other day. That wasn't very good. It was the same kind of thing I had at the beginning of the month too. And it was weird. So I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on it. I don't want to be too sick or unhealthy or anything. But it definitely caused me some issues over the weekend, I think it was. So I've been trying to take it easy if I can, but I have been working on a few things. So there's a lot that's being worked on behind the scenes that I can't really talk about. There's several things too, and I look forward to sharing more details with that in the future. But just know even if it's been a boring week for what I can talk about, there's still a lot that I can't, and there's still a lot that is going on, which is kind of nice. It's kind of grinded all my work on the site to a halt. In fact, let's take a moment here. We're gonna do a quick look at the Ampharos report. Like I said, I don't really have much to report here, but I did get something done. This is actually on the live site. It's not on the development site. It's just a little update I made about battle styles and, talking about it, because that was released on the 19th. So earlier last week, I think it was Friday last week. So again, nothing like too groundbreaking. I posted a lot of the press release art here of like the Elite Trainer box and how this is the one I didn't get. I didn't get the red one. I got the blue one. And it's kind of neat that there's two. They don't usually do that. Also, thank you so much, Otomochi Una, for the $5 super chat saying, Marriland bench sponsorship when? Also, Meryl Pog emote. Oh man, having a Pog emote would probably be pretty good. I could see that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So yeah, here's some of the cards from the set. I've seen some of them from my opening, which is cool, but there are some I didn't see. Like this thing, right? Did I get this thing? I don't remember which one I got. I know I got this, but the cool alternate art. But yeah, oh man. There's the Embor. I know we were talking about that, if it exists or not, but it does. So yeah, I mean, it's an update. I'm glad I did that. It's fine. It's not really like, huge, but it takes some time to write it and get it all done. So hey, I'm proud of it. Still counts as work, very much so. So yeah, anyway, that's the Ampharos report. I already showed you that Ampharos has been fixed on the local servers, so that issue's done. We don't really need to worry about that anymore. But I still like the name, the Ampharos report. Okay, so trying to think of anything else. Okay, the pausing? No. So Monster Sanctuary, I talked about this as a potential video series on the channel. It's one I'm very passionate about. I love the game. And I started it over again. There's multiple saves, so it's fine. So I've been playing another round of it on my Switch lately, and it's still a lot of fun. I really enjoy that, and I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to make it into a series. Now, I don't know when this will go live. I'm thinking maybe June or July or something like that. I know that there's an update for it coming pretty soon, which will be neat. But I'm very excited for it. It's one that I wanted to cover, but, just due to timing, I just couldn't really do it. And it was also at the time that, I wasn't making YouTube videos. I kind of resigned from that. So, you know, in case you haven't caught the memo, I'm kind of backing off from that. But my whole thing is I'm just not playing YouTube's game. Like, I'm not going to pressure myself to do a new video every day or even every week. Well, I'd like to do a live stream every week. I think that's fine. But, you know, beyond that, like, YouTube is, I want it to be more of a hobby for me. Now, obviously anything like, you know, super chats, memberships, these do help turn it into something more than a hobby. And they do give me more flexibility to work on it and not have to kind of like go on to other things. But, you know, putting that aside, like I still want to keep it more just, hey, I feel like doing this. I don't want to get to that point of stress where it's like, I feel like I have to do a video every day or whatever. Like, I'm done with that game. Like, I am. And that's how it is. So, you know, even if it does get, I mean, if it gets to the point where I'm like super rich from YouTube again, great. I mean, you know, that's nice. But it's not like that's my goal anymore. Like, I don't care about growing at all. I'm honestly fine without it. In fact, I'm looking forward. We're about to hit a big milestone, chat. We are about to break 400,000 subscribers on the channel. So I've been at 400,000 for a while, but I think we're actually going to break it. And when I say that, I mean we're actually going under 400,000, which is really exciting because it's been a long time since then. Now, I do want to talk about that, and then we'll do the poster frames, and then Q&A, because this is something that, like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh wow, you have so many subscribers, why don't you get more views? And just for the record, I'm not trying to turn this into a pity party. I'm not trying to turn it into a, oh, it's a YouTuber talking about numbers, but just more of like a, hey, you know, here's what's going on kind of thing, because a lot of people might not know, and I think having a better attitude about it is really important. So that's what I have, and that's why I'm actually excited for this. It's not as bad as it seems. So I started my YouTube channel, what was it, almost 15 years ago. I ended up getting to the 10,000 subscriber mark, like, in just a few months after my Diamond and Pearl series way back. That was in 2017. I technically started my YouTube channel in 2016, but I didn't really have any videos up or any, you know, I didn't have much in the way of like subscribers back then. But it picked up pretty quickly after Diamond and Pearl. So then I ended up getting like a lot of subscribers. I broke 100,000 back when that was like the equivalent of 5 million today. I mean, I was actually one of the biggest creators on the channel, which is crazy. Now pay attention to that. That is back in 2017, 2018 era. Or not, 2007, 2008. Wow, 10 years off, okay? That's a long time ago. You know, what did you do in the last, you know, 12 years? You know, probably graduated school and college. You know, you might have gotten married, started a family. You might not be into Pokemon, or maybe you still are. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people subscribed an eternity ago, and, you know, to expect them to still watch my content now is, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's just, it's one of those things that isn't really, like, you just see the number, but you don't realize the history. Like, if someone has 400,000 subscribers and they started their channel a year ago, they're all probably relatively active subscribers, and you're probably going to see that viewership kind of match that. Because so many of mine subscribed at different points in time, you don't necessarily see that. And here's the other thing. At the end of the day, there'll be a lot of people that just are like, I don't really want to watch that anymore, or I don't really care about TCG videos, or whatever I've been releasing lately. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine, because, you know, at the end of the day, to subscribe to someone is kind of a signal that, hey, I want to see more of their content. I like what they're making right now. And people unsubscribe all the time from creators they're no longer interested in, or videos they're no longer interested in. And a lot of people freak out about it. And like I said in my thanks for watching video, it used to really demoralize me because it's like I would put in all of this work and all of this effort and still see these numbers decrease. And that's when you're thinking about it just from a numbers perspective. And that's kind of the wrong approach. But a lot of people have that approach, especially if they plan on making it their full-time thing. But what I realize is that's perfectly fine. If someone's done watching my content, they can be done. It's okay. I don't need to prove anything to them. So, again, if you're watching this now, you're like, man, I don't like your stuff anymore. Unsubscribe. I don't even mean that in a taunting way. I just mean the whole point of the subscription system is to stay updated with content you like. I've changed my interests quite frequently. I go back and forth on things like Minecraft or Terraria. And, sometimes I'll subscribe to channels and then later it's like, well, I don't really want to do this. Or I don't really want to watch this. So I unsubscribe. And it's like, okay, same thing with other people. But because a lot of people subscribed many years ago, you'll see a lot more in the way of subscriber loss. And that's perfectly normal. Like, if you think about it, it does make sense, which is fine. So my goal right now, I'm not saying you should unsubscribe, but I want to see it get under 400,000 because I want to celebrate 400,000 again when we actually start to get in the positive. Because here's the thing, eventually it will get to the point where it will be positive again because the people that are kind of like done, they've already phased out because there's so many from back in the day. So it's kind of neat. So it will happen, and I don't feel bad about it, especially now. Like, I have a much better attitude, and I think that's really important. But I figured I'd kind of share that just in case any of you were wondering, or if any of you were concerned. I think that's really the thing, because I think a lot of people, if you see negative sub growth, you think, oh man, were they just canceled? Did they just get canceled? What do they do? I honestly don't think it's that. I really think it's just a matter of long time subscribers, just like, or even some from, a bit ago, like, they're just not interested. Like, there's nothing really nefarious about that. And I think you can see that with a lot of channels that are longer lived channels. You'll see that to be a little bit more common. But yeah, anyway, don't freak out if you see me dip below the 400,000 mark. It's my new goal. And then it gives us incentives to celebrate 400,000 again, right? But yeah, it's not anything bad or anything. All right, so posters, and then we're gonna go on to Q&A. Now this is just kind of a, I'll say like a silly section. I mean, it's honestly not like anything too exciting, but it's kind of cool. It's what I've been working on a little bit this week in like my spare time. So I ended up getting some frames for posters because there was one in particular that I got, but I felt bad because I couldn't show it off very well because it was all rolled up and everything. It was from the P25 music stuff that Pokemon sent me, which was really cool. Like, I'm super grateful for that. So I wanted to get like a frame to put it in and show it off. So here, let's take a look. Looks really nice. Look at this. P25 music. It's a little hard to see due to the glare. That's a big poster. Like, it's really cool. There we go. I really like this. Like, I think this is gonna look great on a wall somewhere. I'm looking forward to it. But like, it was one of those things that just like, it was all rolled up, and it's like, that's so wrong to have something cool like that just rolled up. So I want to get a frame for it, and yeah, it's all framed now, and it looks really good. So I have a few other frames too, because I had I don't know, I placed an order for a few. It's like, man, I have some stuff that I think would look really nice in frames. So one, this is kind of a fun story. This is the one that was teased in the thumbnail. It's not Pokemon, but it is from Undertale. It's a Temmie. Oh, I have Temmie, right? Yeah, I saw this and it was really cute. I actually got this at, I want to say it was MagFest 2018, 2017. I don't remember. But it was the first and only MagFest I ever went to. And it was really cute. Like, I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's neat. So there's one other little detail about it. It's actually signed by the creator. I think her name was what, Temmie Chang? So yeah, really cool. Really cool. It's actually signed. That was neat because she was there at the thing signing stuff. So I was super. Oh yeah, it says it right on it. Temmie Chang. Right kind of by the plug there. So yeah, it's really cool. It's a signed Temmie poster. These sold out like super fast too, so I do consider myself pretty fortunate to have one. So I think I want to put this like above my bed or something because it just looks like it'd give me some good dreams. But yeah, that's the one that was in the thumbnail. Trying to find a spot to put all these by my desk is a little bit of a pain. Okay, so next up, these are a set that I got at that same MagFest. And they're very cute. I don't know who the artist is, though. That's the problem. Because that's the problem. Like, you go to conventions and you want to buy art. So much of it's really nice. But now I don't know who actually drew it. I don't see his signature. But it's very cute. So, again, I'm not trying to claim these as my own. I did buy them. But, you know, it can sometimes be a little hard. Alright, so I actually have 3, which is nice, because I didn't realize I had 3. Okay, so this one's super cute. Aww, I love this. So it's this Meryl. Very cute Meryl. I couldn't find a frame that fitted exactly, so it's, you know, inside with some matting there. But yeah, it's very cute. It's signed by a bunch of cool people and friends. Which is really neat to see. This was at MagFest the year that I went. I don't remember which year it was off the top of my head, but this is super, super cute. So I knew I had that one, and I kept it in like a plastic sleeve that I got it in for the longest time. But I apparently bought 3 because they must have had a sale if you got 3. So I got 3 and I completely forgot about the other 2 of them. I only knew that I had that one because, you know, it was the one on top. So I also have this very, very cute little Baneri. I mean, how could you say no to this? It's adorable. I love Baneri. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Right up there with Meryl. And it's super cute. So I'm really looking forward to hanging that up next to the Meryl. I kind of know where I want to put it. I'm gonna put it in my living room above my love seat because it looks like there'd be a good spot for it. And then there's also a super cute Chikorita that I completely forgot about. Completely forgot about this thing, but it looks so adorable as well. So I love this style. Again, I wish I could remember who the artist was. I just remember really liking the art, and it wasn't even like super expensive too. I mean, you know, they were prints, so they had plenty of them for sale. It's not like a one-on-one commission piece or something. But yeah, it's kind of neat. Where do I even want to put these? I want to be careful. I think I'll do them one at a time. Set them off to the side for a moment. This is also pretty fitting music for it. Okay. Uh-oh. I feel a sneeze. Oh man. I actually managed to mute my mic in time. Nice. Notice the Temmie poster in the thumbnail, so I decided to drop by. I'll show it again. I just showed it off. But yeah, it is a Temmie poster. It's actually signed by Temmie, which is really cool. I got that at MagFest one year, the only year I went. Okay, I have one more poster. This is one that I got in Con Bravo 2019, I believe it was. And it's super cute. And it has something to go along with it that isn't a poster, but a lot of you will probably like. This is from False Delusion. And this is gonna be nice. Oh, look at this! Is this cute or what? I just want to put this on my wall somewhere. I don't even know which wall. I need to find just the right wall in the house for these cute little evolutions. A whole family of them. Oh, yeah, that's such a cute one. And to go with that, I love this. It's not a poster, but it's just kind of funny. So I have a kind of like a shelf thing that has a lot of my plushies in it, because we were talking about plushies, and I have too many. I really honestly do. I've been better about not buying too many, but this is super cute. It is a little box of Eevees. Just my little box of them. I love having the little Eevee box. They're so cute. I have, I think, 2 Glaceon and 2 Flareon, which is interesting. I need to get a Vaporeon, an Umbreon, and an Espeon, I think. But other than that, I have them all, which is really neat. But, you know, it's a basket full of Eevees. How can you go wrong with that? I think some of these were sent to me from Pokemon. I think the Eevee ones, actually. Thank you so much, Shripa, for the $4.99 super chat. And saying, hi, on time. No, but really glad I can hop on stream and be with you in chat. Got a late free birthday drink from Duncan. Very happy. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Sounded like you had a pretty good birthday. Happy birthday to you. I mean, I wished it to you a few days ago, but it's always nice when you can still get the birthday bonuses. It's one of the things I like about Pizza Hut, is I can get like a free something for pretty much the whole month, which is nice. Now, I only get it once for that month, but you know. All right, that's it. That's all I have for posters. I do have a few others that I'm gonna get a frame for one. That's a really cool Dragon Quest IX poster. It looks really neat. I forgot I had it. A friend gave it to me. I think he got it from like GameStop or something. But it looks really cool, and it's like I completely forgot about it, and then it's like, wait, didn't I have a poster? So I checked it out and like, wow, this thing looks awesome. And then the rest I'm just gonna like, I don't know, I don't think I need to frame them or anything. I'll probably put them on the wall. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yo, thank you so much, Atomachiuna, for the $2 super chat saying, they are so adorable. Any new plushes? Like I said, I've been good. There was that big Mew that I think I showed it off the other day. It was like, well, I guess it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. But it's a very big Mew, and it's very cute. But that's the only one I've gotten lately. Like I said, I'm trying to be better, but I'm sure I'll find something that I'll just have to be like, yeah, I gotta get that. I need to get like a good shelf or something for them. In fact, actually, that was something else I worked on. I think it was this week. I cleared out one of my closets in my house, my bedroom closet. Like, it had a bunch of video games and stuff, and it had some old computer parts up on the top shelf. Like, it's a nice walk-in closet, but I cleared pretty much all of it out. And I want to put, like, all my plushies up on the top shelf there, because then they're not, like, taking up so much space, but they're in an area that, you know, I get a chance to see every now and then when I'm getting my clothes. So I feel like that's a good spot for it, because I have so many. Okay, so I believe that's all I have for the what's been going on with me this week. So I think we can move on to questions and answers. But first, I'm gonna do the I'm gonna look through the Ask in Advance questions that my YouTube members and patrons asked. So let's find some good fitting music. This is nice music though. This is good, but it's just a little bit too, Oh, actually, hold on. I just need to hear this. Yeah! Gym leader battle theme. Oh, here we go. We'll do the Pokemon World Tournament. That'll work. Okay, let me do the Ask in Advance questions. I forgot to do a question this week. Oh no, Fire Puppo! Well, don't worry. If you're still around, once I'm done answering these questions, you can, of course, feel free to ask. Again, it's an Ask in Advance. It gives you that freedom to, do just that. Ask in advance. Alright, yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, let me remove that bottom text, and let's move on to the questions. I think it's this one we want here. Hey, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and answer some of these, and then I'll get on to answering questions from everyone in the chat, or at least doing my best. Alright, so Shripa asking, which Pokemon games do you have the fondest memories with and why? Oh man, so obviously Pokemon Blue. That was the first one that I ever played, and you know, I was super excited for it. I think everyone's first Pokemon game will always have kind of a very soft spot in their heart, but that's not the only one. Also in my mind, Diamond and Pearl, specifically Diamond, that was the game that literally changed my life. I mean, it's to the point where I literally cannot think of what my life would be like if it weren't for that game. And I'm not even exaggerating here, because that is what really launched Marriland. Both the YouTube channel and the website. My website went from being just a little fan site to something that became my full-time job, my career. And the programming that I learned from that, and all the stuff that came from it too. And then the YouTube channel, you know, that was what launched me into the stratosphere back then, like I was talking about earlier in the stream. So, I mean, that is so impactful. Although I don't necessarily know if it's a fond memory, because there was a lot of stress to it as well. But even just playing the game for the first time, based on the Japanese version, I remember just loving the fact that it had, you know, trading online and stuff. Like, that was really cool. And then X and Y, I also really enjoyed a lot too, because it felt like the series just really came so far. I mean, they improved so much. I love breeding with that. Like, they changed the breeding mechanics so you could actually get really good IVs and stuff naturally, which was just a lot of fun. So, I mean, I think there are different memories in, or like, I guess, like, when it comes to fond memories, you know, a lot of these memories I shared are kind of just like my impressions of the game. I think, you know, fond memories like that would probably still be Pokemon Blue, just because, you know, I was a kid. I was impressionable back then. But yeah. Hopefully that gives a decent answer. Alright, next up from Artelia Chimera. I'm kind of curious, what was your reaction when you saw Banjo and Kazooie in Smash? I was very excited. Like, it was kind of that dream that I had just clung on to for a long time. Even though I haven't played Smash in an eternity, I still try to keep up with who's being released for it and, you know, all that. And I still kind of have my hopes of who will be in, but like Banjo, Kazooie were like on the top of that list. And, you know, I love the Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie games back on the N64. Like, they were so much fun. And I thought they'd be a really good fit for it. So to see them actually recognized was just fantastic, especially after so many years had gone by just thinking there's no way this will ever happen, you know? And for the record, I believe they were announced at the same time that the Dragon Quest hero was. And I know that it was very, like, a very split reaction, because you had Japan going crazy over the Dragon Quest hero. Like, you know, that's so symbolic for them, and not really knowing who the heck Banjo or Kazooie were, at least that well. And it was kind of the same in the US and internationally outside of Japan, where, you know, they don't know Dragon Quest very well. They're like, who's that? Another sword fighter? But it was just really kind of neat for me because I love both series. So it's like, wow, this is great. This is great. So I was quite happy with that announcement. Okay, so Tomochi Una. Hey Devin, it's Odo again, back at it with another in advance question. What is your favorite movie? Mine would have to be either V for Vendetta or Inception, neither RPG, sorry kids. Yeah, V for Vendetta is really good. It is a staple. It kind of hits a little close to home lately though, but yeah, definitely not family friendly. Other than that, like, I really like Contact. I like, oh man, a classic of mine from my childhood is Little Nemo, the Dream Master. It was so well done, and it was really scary. Like, it's something, oh man. But its animation quality still holds up to the day, which is crazy. And then, lately let's see, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of movies lately. Like, I know a lot of people are really into the Avengers and stuff, and they're cool. I've seen some of them. I like the Rio series, actually. They were cute. It's sad that Blue Sky Studios got shut down, though. And then, I actually like Kung Fu Panda 2 a lot. I thought it was really good. I didn't like 3 at all. And How to Train Your Dragon was also very nice. Trying to think, there's probably a few others that I'm forgetting, but those are good. A classic. It's definitely a classic. The Ten Commandments. That was just like, I mean, it's like super, you know, religiously oriented, but it was like made in 1956, I think it was, or maybe 59 or so. I think it was 56. And, you know, the filming and what they did back then still amazes me. So it's like one that I always try to have on around like Easter and stuff. So I watch that a lot. What's another one? I feel like I should give like one more answer. Man, I can't really think of one. Oh, I mean, I guess if we're counting like, you know, anime kind of stuff, then I really like Pompoko as well. It was very cute. I liked how it had almost like a documentary style, but then just how it actually worked out to be. Like, I don't know, it's a really good Ghibli film that actually wasn't Miyazaki, if I'm not mistaken, which I know is kind of a rarity. Usually you think of the two hand in hand, but I don't think it was Miyazaki. But it's still really good. Okay, then we have Legend, new member here, saying, hey Devin, what's the series you are most proud of making? It can be anything, because I know if it's made by you, it's gonna have an awesome, fun, and unique piece to it. Oh man, there are definitely some that I'm more proud of than others. I'm only gonna list the ones that I actually completed though, because I feel like, you know, there have been some that I put in a lot of work on and then just abandoned. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, all that. I'm processing. I have a lot of series, you know. Well, I mean, I guess I'll say the Fire Red Wedlock, because I feel like I gave that everything, like literally everything I could, to the point where I even commissioned like how many pieces of art. It was just insane. I mean, it was so much art that it was crazy, and I think that added so much to it. I think it made it really good, and just having like all the effects and stuff, like I really gave it my all for that. And I think that was something that, you know, I would have loved to have seen it done better. Unfortunately, it didn't. I mean, it's still okay, but like it was just one that I really wanted to be something I'd be proud of, and I was. But yeah, other than that, you're right. I'd say the Mystery Dungeon series that I did, pretty much any of them, they turned out really well. Like, Super Mystery Dungeon had a lot of really cool voice effects and stuff. I'm very proud of how that turned out. So that'd probably be up there as well. All right, I think that's everything for the Ask in Advance. So I think we can move on to just chilling, just kind of talking, do some general questions and answers from everyone in the chat now. Y'all have been very patient. Very patient. Let's find some new music, though. That is very sinister music. I don't like it. My first question, is it okay that I named my partner Mudkip Devin? Yeah, sure. Do I still have my silver play button? I do. It's still in the box. I got it so late because, you know, YouTube, like, basically gave me strikes that weren't even real, and there wasn't really any defense back then, and they didn't even send it for, like, the longest time. So I don't know. I still have a bad feeling for it, but I guess I should hang it up somewhere. I should really do that when I'm putting up all of my posters and stuff. Let's see. Have I ever watched Death Note? I have not. What do you think about the new Pokemon games coming out later this year and the beginning of next year? I did a stream where I talked about it more in depth, but I'm looking forward to them. I think that'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to Snap. Like, that's the one I'm most excited about. Because I love the original Pokemon Snap. Even if it was short, like, it was just really enjoyable. So I don't have huge expectations for the one. Like, literally, it could be a 3-hour adventure, and I'd still enjoy it. Like, obviously, I wish it'd be more, but, yeah, it's something that I'm excited about, because it's just very atmospheric, you know, it's very relaxing. At least I hope so. I miss that due to work. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm just recommending, like, if you want my full kind of thoughts on it, like, more in-depth and all that, like, that'll probably be a better time for you. I think even the thumbnail is, like, me talking about it, so it should be easy to find. Please bring back Terraria. I was waiting for Thorium to come back, but it never did. Yeah. I'm sorry. Or at least I have no plans for it. I'm not bringing back the Thorium one, because, I mean, that was how many years ago? The problem with mods is they update so fast that if you're recording in advance, sometimes there's stuff that pops up that they change, that then it's no longer current, so you're put into a weird position of, well, what do I do? And it's not like you can just reload a previous save, so I don't really want to do any modded with that. Although modded looks fun, like, don't get me wrong. It's just for series. But I'm not planning on that. I still love Terraria, though. I'm actually playing a little bit of it with a friend. Let's see. Just thought of this on the spot. What would you think of a Pokemon Breeder Center kind of game? I mean, that's pretty much my experience in every Pokemon game. Just riding around hatching eggs. No, you mean probably most simply asking Nintendog/Pokemon crossover. Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be cute. I'm not sure how well it'd fit into an actual game, but, you know, it'd be alright. Let's see. In Gen 2, how annoying was Whitney's Miltank? Pretty annoying. I don't like it. Not sure if it's already been asked before, but if you were to choose your favorite series of the Pokemon anime, which one would it be? Yours is the X and Y/X and Y and Z series. I really don't know. I mean, I haven't watched all of the anime. In fact, I really fell out of it, I'd say, around the, I don't know, probably halfway through Diamond and Pearl. Because it got pulled from airing on my local TV station, so I couldn't watch it then. I don't know, I haven't really kept up since. I don't really, like, I haven't had cable TV since I've moved out. Actually, even before I moved out, like, I convinced my parents to pull the plug, and that definitely cut into it. So, like, I missed out on pretty much all black and white. Like, I think technically I saw a little bit of black and white, and then, I don't know, I didn't like it. And, yeah, but I don't know. I don't necessarily think the original, like the first series, holds up that well. I mean, it's very nostalgic, but it has some issues as well. So I really don't know. I've heard that the X and Y series is good. Like, I did watch about 10, maybe 20 episodes of it, and it seemed alright, but it didn't ever follow through. I was kind of thinking of doing that someday, just like going through and watching like the entire anime. Be crazy, but you know. Let's see. Why is Peekaboo your favorite Pokemon? It's not. It's Meryl. But I just like it. How would you feel if they announced a new installment of Mystery Dungeon? You know, it's kind of weird. Because I kind of almost hope they don't for a while. I feel like Super did such a good job at tying things together that I would kind of like, I would worry that it wouldn't quite be all that good, you know? I mean, it's a risk you have whenever you make a new series. If you have something so, like, that you think of so positively, then, you know, it's like, it's, how do I even describe it? How do I even describe it? Like, okay, think about it. Like, you get a lot of people saying, oh, I only like the original, or I only like this or that, or oh, this one's so bad. Like, a lot of people felt that way after Gates to Infinity. And it got a bad rap, and understandably so. Like, it did have some issues for sure, but the problem is, like, I think a lot of people didn't really, I don't know, like, I would worry that we get another Gates to Infinity where it lets us down, or I know Sword and Shield let down a lot of people, which, you know, I enjoyed it all right, but, you know, I think that knowing that, it's like, okay, well, would I rather have a new series, or not a new series, but like a new game that isn't all that good? I think I'd rather just have Super, to be honest. But I do hope that they remake Explorers of Sky. Because the thing is, like, I was saying all this, but I love Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. I thought it was extremely well done. I thought that it was more exciting than the original because they actually changed a lot of things mechanically. Like, mechanically, it felt like a whole new game. But the storyline was the same. Like, they kept all that. They just upgraded the graphics and had a really nice aesthetic to it. Like, I liked it a lot. So I'd love to see them do something similar, even if it's not in the same art style, but something similar remaking an old game, which is weird because usually I don't like remakes as much. Usually I want them to make new content, but I feel like Super had so much in it. It had every Pokemon available at the time in it. Every single one. Like, that's crazy. So that was kind of a worry I had where, like, every new generation, it's just going to be like, oh, we're adding more in, you know? And it's to the point where it kind of loses its effect. So, I don't know. It's weird, but not that I would be against it, don't get me wrong. Let's see. There was another question I saw, and I don't remember where it was. That was pretty good. Or no, maybe not. I think I'm actually caught up. Okay, I've been holding off on asking or answering questions from people I've already answered, just to try to give people a chance. But I guess I can answer them now because they're all good. Okay, let's see. Have you played Kid Icarus Uprising, and how do you feel about a remake or sequel? I haven't played it, so I really don't have much thoughts on it. I know a lot of people liked it, though, so... be fine if they remade it. But I haven't really played it, so I can't really say for sure. Let's see. Rather have a short and sweet series rather than a new installment. It's like TV shows and the way they can be dragged out for ages. Yeah, but I feel like with a Mystery Dungeon game, I feel like it'd be a letdown if it was too short. You know, I would much rather wait years for a new one and just have it be really solid than feel like it's short or rushed. And that's something I do give them credit for. Like, I don't feel that they've ever really rushed the games. I think maybe Gates to Infinity was a bit rushed. Like, they should have done more with that mechanically. They should have done better QA and test. I mean, really more of, like, feedback from people. Because it was so slow. That game had so many mechanical issues. It's not as fun to play at. But, to Gates to Infinity's defense, it was really good for its time. Like, you don't need to worry about the graphics. Like, if you actually look at the graphics and even the music in Gates to Infinity, they were really good. Especially because this is before X and Y. I mean, I think it was the first Pokemon game on the 3DS. I might be mistaken. The only one I can think of that might be that was Pokédex 3D Pro. That might have come out a little bit earlier. And again, this is from the top of my head, but I know it was really early on in the cycle of the 3DS. And it looked really good. In a lot of ways, it looked better than X and Y, which is great. I mean, I think they did a really good job with that. It's just they needed to test it more and have more Pokemon available. Let's see. What are your thoughts of the Smash series and how much it's grown over the years? Is it a series you have fond memories with? Yeah, I played a lot of Melee back in the day. I'd played a fair amount of the N64 version, but I only rented it, so it was fun. But it wasn't something I ever, like, physically owned. I don't know if I have it now. I might. And then, Melee was the one I spent a lot of time with, but I never got competitive with it, so I was, like, really high up there as far as casual players go, but, like, you know, obviously never making that jump to competitive play, like actually looking up, you know, guides and stuff. I think I tried wave dashing once, because I made Fox and Marth back in Melee. And then I enjoyed Brawl. Like, I love the story kind of gameplay segment. Like, that was cool. And then played a bit of Smash 4. It was fun. And I haven't really played much Smash Ultimate. I got kind of mad at it, but I don't really play, like, with friends anymore, so... let's see. Not played Sword and Shield since the DLCs. Are they worth giving it another go? Well, I mean, if you've played the DLCs... I don't know. Nothing's really changed since then. You could always give it another go. You could always do, something I kind of did just to play around. I did it on a Japanese version just so I could have it for, like, breeding and shiny hunting and stuff. But I did end up, like, just kind of challenging myself to once I got to the, I think it was the wild area. Or maybe it was before that. It was whenever I could trade. I just traded my entire team, and then I got 6 Pokemon, and whatever they were, as long as it was, like, you know, at a reasonable level, I would just use that throughout the entire game. So I had, like, really weird stuff. I didn't ever finish it, but, you know, you can go through Sword and Shield in a different way and, you know, maybe have some fun with that. Like, I don't think they're bad games. I'm just not sure how replayable they are. Like, I've been, you know, rewatching and replaying some of it. It's alright, but I don't know. It's kind of up to you. Like, you know, sometimes you just get an itch to play more Pokemon, and they are still the current ones, so... Yeah, it was kind of neat. Like, it can go any number of ways. Like, I didn't do it as a Nuzlocke or anything. It was just kind of crazy. Just for fun, you know. Yeah, no worries, Fire Puppo. Navigating the nether and a scared Minecraft player. Yeah, it can be pretty intimidating. They really did change a lot of it lately. Like, it's a lot scarier than it was. Let's see. Would you like to see a different storyline for Explorer games? I love the concept of the whole human turns Pokemon and will ruin the world is a bit repetitive now, for me anyways. Well... So they don't all follow that. I mean, some do, but, like... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want them to change it. Let's say they remade Explorers of Sky, for instance. You know, I wouldn't want them to change that part of the plot. Like, if they made a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game in the series, you know, yeah, but without giving too much away, I like what they did in both Gates to Infinity and in Super Mystery Dungeon. I feel like it was handled a little bit differently and kind of cleverly. But I do like still the idea of turning into a Pokemon, because that's what it's supposed to represent. I mean, you know, it's you, the player, going into their world, which is just kind of neat. What was the first shiny you ever got? I mean, technically... Technically, it was Red Gyarados. I mean, you know, back in a silver version. But on the other hand, the first one I got that wasn't like a forest shiny was a shiny Nidorina in silver. And I was just insanely thrilled with that. Like, I couldn't believe I ran into one. And I caught it, and I was so happy. Because back in silver, man, if you run into a shiny, it's like the screen flashes, and you just know you've run into something. Like, it is a big deal. I forgot that they had Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie. Do they have those in black and white? Yeah, black and white too. I guess they do. Huh. Black and White 2 had a lot of content in it. Like, it seriously did. What is your least favorite Pokemon? I really don't know. I'd rather not answer, just because I don't like being negative towards, you know, that, like, what Pokemon might be on my lower tier list might end up being someone's favorite. And that's always like, oh man. I just kind of try to stay away from that nowadays. I think that's just a better approach. This is a really good one too. Yeah! This is a jam. Man, I love the Reggie battle theme. It's so good. And it's changed so many times, too. Like, this one sounds way different, I feel. I think they also had it in, not Diamond and Pearl, but I think maybe Platinum? Because I thought that there were, like, chambers you could go to in Platinum. I don't really remember that too well, but I thought that was a thing. They're gonna have to figure out what to do with that in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, though, because, like, you know, how are you supposed to get the Reggies? They aren't native to the Dex, so are you just not gonna have Regigigas? Is the temple gonna be locked? Sorry, temple's closed! I really don't know. It's kind of strange. But, yeah. That's definitely a big mystery I have. I hope they'll clear that up. Well, Regigigas was even in Diamond and Pearl. It's just the Reggies, like Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. I think you could get those in Platinum, but I don't remember if they were locked behind an event. But either way, I mean, if they took that kind of approach for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, then you know, would they have them as events or maybe just have them there? But they weren't in the Pokedex. They were technically outside of it, so I don't know. It's just weird. Didn't realize I was an Undertale fan. Yeah, I have some news. I did a series on Undertale way back. When it was first out, I actually did it completely blind, so I didn't know anything that was going on. So I go through the routes a few times, and I share my raw experience with the game. So yeah, if you like Undertale, then you might want to look into that. It's so weird. Like I think that series must have been included on like some reaction channel or something, because people still discover that series. Like it did really well, and it's kind of strange. But a lot of people, I don't think they realize that some people actually literally did play the game blind and like not know things. Like there were a lot of things that I didn't do right, and you know, they're like, wow, why didn't you do this right? I've seen everyone do this, and that's so weird. But I think that it like actually lent credibility to that, so, which I mean, it's true. Yeah, I did all the routes of Undertale. I mean, not like all of the sub routes and stuff like that. Like I know that there's so many different little things you can do to change the ending, but yeah, I did neutral. I did a pacifist. I did no mercy neutral. Whoops. I didn't realize there was more to it than just, you know, killing everything. And then I did the genocide one, which is just man, that was something. I didn't really enjoy that, but I liked the challenge. But it just made me feel miserable, you know? It was sad. But yeah, I liked it. Like, the Undertale fandom is... they're interesting for sure. But I enjoy it. You know, speaking of MagFest from a little bit ago, one memory I have from that MagFest was a... you know what? Do I have Undertale music here? Yeah, I do. All right. This is the only thing that can play. So, actually, it's not. Technically, there's something else. But we're gonna start with this. So, at that MagFest, this was the year that Undertale was released. It was like, you know, the year after. Like, the MagFest was in like February, so I don't remember. Wow, so that was 2015? Then it must have been 2016. Dang. It's crazy. Okay, so... oh man. So, I went... this is like the first convention I've been to since like an Anime Central one. Way back. Way back. And, oh man. One of the panels was... what was it? It was lay around and feel like trash. And it was an Undertale theme. And literally, the panel was everyone in the room just laid down on the floor as there was like Undertale music playing. Or on their chairs, or on whatever they could find. It was like the most bizarre thing. It was very strange. I was a part of it. It was kind of relaxing. It was also weird. I was worried like someone would step on me or something. Like, I don't know. It was very strange. But like, I think that was like right during the initial period of it where everyone was just really weird. It was great. Like, it was great. I think that was yeah, here we go. Yeah, it was pretty much just this on all the time. Alright, you want Metaton? Sure. Yeah, there we go. Is there a video of that? I don't know. I know I have it recorded. I don't know if I can share it though, because it has other people. Assuming we're talking about the panel. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, here we go. Man, that's such a good song. I did like the music in Undertale a lot. Like, I think that was really well done. What was this music? I'll just say Metaton. It's not the only Metaton music, but it's one of them. It's called Death by Glamour. And it's really good. It's really good. I like it. Yeah, it was just such a weird panel, but I enjoyed it a lot. Like, it was definitely one of those things that you really had to have been there to really know what the heck was going on. It sounds so weird in hindsight. Like, I'll have to track down that video. I don't know if I can share it. Do I have the movie music? I don't think so. 'Cause I think that was for the console ports, right? Sounds like a bad time. Sands and Fortnite. Your Undertale videos, good times, yeah. What location in the world would you like to see a Pokemon region based in? I'd like to see it based in Brazil. I think that'd be really cool. Especially if it was kind of themed around you and stuff. Otherwise, expanding it on Greece, like I know that Greece kind of had some representation in Black and White, not due to the region itself, but due to like the theme around the Elite Four and stuff. Like I think it had that kind of, kind of look to it. So, but yeah, I think that it'd be really cool having like very island-driven region of Greece, or have like a region based on Brazil with, rainforests and everything, having like dances and stuff. Like, I think that'd be really good. It's kind of like my current wish list. Brazil first, and then having Greece. Sands in Smash, man. He was one that I actually really wanted in Smash, to be honest. Like, he's very popular. Not just, in the US, but even in like, Japan. It's crazy. It's really wild how, popular Undertale is in Japan. So I was really hoping for it. But I think having him as a costume is fun. That's just Smash Megalomania remix slap. I actually haven't heard it. Yeah, region in India based on the sad thing about Undertale is I feel like after you've played it, it's kind of one of those games like you don't really want to go back to. Like, you want to, but it's just not the same. That's why I'm really glad that I recorded mine, because it was, anytime I want to relive that memory, I can just go back and watch it there. I feel like if I were to play it again, I just wouldn't have that same kind of emotion, It's one of those games. But I don't regret it, like, it's fine. Got a lot of good music. Alright, where was my other music I was playing? This is very good too. You get different dialogue if you play again. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you've gone through all of the routes, yeah, it's a little bit different, but I've done all of the routes. Except technically I haven't played through after the genocide run. I know that there's something different in the end, but it's not really interesting enough. I mean, mean, like, you can just look up the screenshot. It's honestly fine. What's another really good music in Black 2 and White 2? Or probably Black and White as well. Just trying to find something else to play. Delta Route. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I didn't technically beat the secret boss, though. I did fight the secret boss. Kirim battle. Ooh, Humalot Gym. Ooh, that sounds really relaxing. End scene's pretty good, too. I just want something a little bit more relaxing, though. Like, the battle themes are all really good, but they're they're pretty intense. I mean, here, we'll do Kirim for a moment. I mean, this is extreme. Human Law seems pretty good, though. Burbank City, Lo-Fi, before Lo-Fi. Yeah, that was, I really prefer the Japanese version. I feel like how they sing it is just weird. What was I looking up? I was looking up Human Law. This is chill. This is super chill. Like, I would want to have this music playing, like, just, you know, on the beach, just, you know, having a nice drink that's probably gonna be, we'll just say grape juice, and with one of those little, like, umbrellas. Shades. That's a mood right there. Can you all see it? Like, just use your imagination for that. That's so nice. I mean, once everything opens up again, I wouldn't want to do that right now. This is so chill. Every time I play through Black 2 and White 2, I always love this this theme. It always, like, it hits you at just the right time. I remember the last time I played through Black 2 or White 2, I believe was the Sleep Block, actually. And, you know, this came in at about, like, what, 20 hours, 22 hours, something like that. I don't know. And it's just like, oh, this is nice. This is what I need. I mean, I need to stay awake, but this is just so relaxing by comparison. Oh, man. I like it. What's the worst Pokemon game in your opinion? I don't really need to answer that. Like, I'll try to keep things positive, because what might be my least favorite game might also be someone's favorite game, so I'd rather kind of focus more on positivity and stuff. But I have made my opinions known in the past. What species or object would you like to see as a Pokemon in the future? We need, like, a proper dolphin, like an actual proper dolphin. The closest thing I can find is, like, what is it? The Gorabus, like that. I mean, that's it. That's all I can think of. We need a better dolphin. Just watch the underwater ruins, and you see them online. Nice. Yeah, that's still a really popular video. That's crazy. I think it's actually my most viewed video on the channel right now. Like, not of all time, but before I had to delete everything. I think it's about to break 1 million views. It's crazy. What are my thoughts on the Fire Emblem series? Am I a big fan of it? I wouldn't say I'm, like, a big fan of it, but I enjoy it all right. I think it's pretty good. I really like Fates. I still need to play more of Three Houses. And I also need to finish Revelations, but I hear I'm not missing out on much for that. It's mostly the gameplay with that. I also need to finish Awakening, for that matter. Jeez. Yeah, it's one of those games that I don't feel like I can play all the time because I play it on casual, or not on casual. Wow, not on casual. I play it on classic, so I get really like frustrated if, you know, a unit dies and I have to reset. So, I mean, I'd probably enjoy it if I just played it on casual, but at the same time, like, I started with Fire Emblem on the GBA, and the first Fire Emblem I ever beat was on the GameCube, Path of Radiance. I really like that. That was a lot of fun. So, you know, I'm just kind of used to that classic style, but at the same time, it's like, it's not just a game I can just, you know, pick up and then play for a little bit, because there's consequences. There's big consequences with that. Hey, thanks, Dominic. Popping in to say thank you for your awesome website. I've been using it for 10 plus years. That's awesome. So you've no doubt seen it change a lot over those 10 plus years, huh? Well, my goal is to go back to kind of that older style 10 years ago, having good tools, having a really useful Pokedex, this time around having it be mobile friendly, and getting back to walkthroughs. It's kind of in this process of rebirth. I've basically had to start it from scratch, but I have a big update coming for it very soon. It's been a little slower than I would have liked, but it will pave the way for things to kind of get back to how they were in the good old days. I'm very excited about it. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it and have used it for so long too. Hi, Travis. Yeah, that was quite a misspell earlier. I did see it, and I was kind of wondering. That's quite a difference. Oh, the difference between "help me" and "hello." It's like, you okay? I got a chuckle out of that. Yeah, we'll have a big service update for it. It'll feel so good once I get that Pokedex update done. I've been working on it for such a long time. Everything else should go a lot smoother after that. It's just like this big chunk of everything. And there's been a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that's popped up like in the past month or two. It's just crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting to do so much stuff with YouTube again, but I think it's worked out fairly well. And I think that'll be a nice compromise, you know? I know it's kind of one of those things that I've gone back and forth over, and, you know, I feel bad about it. Like, I still do. Like, I honestly did mean it when I said I was done with it, but a lot changed, you know? My plan was to go to Twitch and just chill there and work on my site, and Twitch kind of, I don't know, it fell apart. It just went way downhill as a company. I don't really care for them now, so it's like, oh man. And then Pokemon, they wanted to send me stuff, so it's like, well, I need to still make videos in some capacity, so I don't know. Let's see. Are you into the Legend of Zelda games? I'm not like the biggest Zelda fan, but I guess I actually have played a fair amount of Zelda games, and I do enjoy them. I loved Breath of the Wild. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know some people absolutely adore it, but I loved it. It was really nice. It was such a good experience. But I also really like Link's Awakening, Link to the Past, kind of Ocarina of Time. I'm not like the biggest Ocarina of Time fanboy. Try to resist asking more Final Fantasy XIV questions that I can't. You remember what race you played as with your previous character? I think it was a Lalafell, right? Like the little one with the pointy ears. The friends I were playing with were also Lalafell, so we had a party. But I don't think I'd do that again. I guess in hindsight, it's like they're pretty small. It's kind of weird. I don't really know who I'd want to be. Because I think they added some new races, right? Did I ever play Dragon Age? I think I played one Dragon Age for like 5 minutes way back, and I didn't understand it. I wasn't very good at PC gaming back then, but I guess technically I played it for 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't think I own any copies of it now. I mean, other than that I think I had on a launcher. You know those games you get when you get a video card? I think sometimes, like, you get those. Like, I think that's where I had it from. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll try this out. Who am I hoping for the last 2 Smash DLC characters? I really don't know. I got pretty much everyone that I wished for, so I'm kind of good. I mean, we got Sans as a costume, which is fine. Got Banjo and Kazooie. Got Steve, who's been on my list for like a super long time. Like, I thought that was such a good fit. I know people think I was crazy for it, but it makes so much sense. So I really don't know. I don't think I have anyone at this point. What are my thoughts about Legends Arceus? I think it's a cool concept, but I want to know more about it. I wasn't necessarily impressed with the visuals, but we'll see. I do like the concept. Favorite Unova Pokemon? I don't know. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I know that Unova had some kind of neat ones. There weren't like an overwhelming amount of favorites there. Like, I like Audino. I like Oshawott and Duat. I hear Marine Tube. Oh, sure. It's also pretty chill. Jeez, this sounds familiar. I mean, not from Black 2 and White 2. Like, I've heard it in another game. Almost like a Wonder Trade theme or something. Like, I don't know. What was the one game I played with the robot? It had something to do with the time? What in tarnation? No, that was Destiny Connect. TikTok Travelers. That was really cool. That was the one that NIS America sent me to check out and play. I played it on stream. It's over on my Stream Archive channel. And I have a poster for it too. Like, I want to put that up. I saw that like just last night. I'm like, oh man, I remember that game. It was fun. I saw it on sale recently too. You should see if it's still there. Because it was enjoyable. Like, it wasn't, you know, the biggest, most elaborate game ever, but it was a nice, just kind of story. Pretty fun gameplay. Easy to get into. Felt very family friendly, all things considered. Relatively speaking. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Check it out. Let's see. Are you gonna stream more on YouTube, Marriland? Yeah, I mean, my plan is to do it every week as a weekly stream. Not anything super exciting. Now, later this year, when I'm no longer a Twitch partner, I might be able to do gameplay streams over here again. But, okay, this part's a little weird. This part's really weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Feels like little things are invading my brain. But yeah. I'll do more. Actually, this is too intense! Way too intense. I actually don't like this as much as the original. Battle Pyramid. There we go. There we go. Thoughts on Pampor, Panseer, and Pansage? Only the first evolutions? They've grown on me a little bit, but it seemed kind of weird releasing another trio that's basically like starters. They're kind of strange. Oh, hey, how's it going, Ogremar? Or Blaster 1421 now. Village Bridge. Yeah, that was kind of relaxing too. I kind of liked how you had the music of it change as you went to different parts of the town or the bridge. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, who wants to see the box of Eevees again? I'll show it off. Whenever you're feeling down, there's a box of Eevees just waiting. I still need to get a few more. Like, I didn't realize until today that I'm missing a few. That's like, you know, I need to get them now. I've been trying to be good, but I do need to get an Umbreon, a Vaporeon, and an Espeon. I probably had gotten Espeon, but I gave him to my mom because that's like her favorite Pokemon. So I've probably gotten one or two even. What's your favorite evolution, chat? I want to know. I'll tell you mine because that's one of those things. The ones for me, my favorite are definitely Flareon and then Leafeon. Like, those are my top two. I don't really know about what comes after that though. Hey, thank you so much, Atoma Chiuna, for the $2 super chat saying, box of Eevees hype. Oh man, everyone's all over the place. I see quite a bit of love for Jolteon. You know, no offense to Jolteon fans out there, but I think Jolteon and maybe Umbreon are probably my least favorite. I think Jolteon's my least favorite. But on the other hand, it's not like I dislike Jolteon. I think it's just I like all the others better. Like, it just doesn't... It's just kind of spiky, you know? I like Flareon because it looks like something you just want to, like, hug and cuddle and it just kind of keep you warm. Just, like, very, very nice. Very fluffy. Very fluffy. It's not really that good in the game. I'm basing it just on appearance. Whereas I feel like you couldn't quite do that with a Jolteon. In gameplay, it's really good. Like, I think Jolteon's one of the better ones. Like, it's super fast. And it hits really hard, too, but I don't know. I don't know. I think that, it's just so spiky. Favorite Pokemon professor? I mean, Oak is kind of a classic. Like, it's really hard to say anyone other than Oak. But at the same time, I really like Professor Kukui. Like, I think he's really solid. You know what I realized the other day, though? This is kind of weird, but, the more I was thinking about it, I feel like Professor Magnolia is one of the worst. Like, okay, I think her appearance is fine. Like, you know, she's a sweet old lady. But what does she actually do? I mean, she's just there. Like, Sonia, she's really the equivalent of the professor. I mean, you know, she's great. Like, I don't have anything against Sonia, but like, the more I was thinking about it, the more I don't really feel that, like, attached to Magnolia. Like, I don't feel like she was that good. I feel like she's kind of lower tier. I feel like, oh, who was the other one? Juniper. I really like Juniper. I thought she was really good. And the first female professor, too, at least in the games, which is really nice. But she was... I really liked her. I mean, she had kind of like that teacher vibe. Like, you know, she was kind of helping you all out and always just, you know, researching stuff. But I don't know, like, she felt very involved with things. Like, Rowan... I don't really think Rowan was... This is some cool music. I never really did much with the Battle Frontiers in either Platinum or in Emerald. I really should now. That'd be good to just do sometime. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like one of those things that I was thinking about the other day. It's like, huh. Elm didn't really do much either. Urge! Oh yeah, Rowan told off Team Galactic. That's right. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess Rowan did more than Magnolia and did more than Elm. Birch? What did he actually do? He got chased by Poochyena, and then what else does he do? He doesn't really do anything. Just wear shorts. They're comfy. They're easy to wear. I don't know. What does he do? I think we need to make like a tier list of, you know, like an objective tier list, not a subjective one, because that's the thing. Like, I think you can be subjective with it. I think, like, you know, you can just like a professor, even if they're not really that good. Like Elm, for instance. I mean, he's a nerd. He doesn't really do much. I like him just fine. Like, I think he's all right. Magnolia does, like, nothing in the game. I completely forgot about her. Until I was thinking, it's like, wait, hold up. What does she actually do? And then I think, like, Kukui was just so top tier. Like, this guy is everything. I remember I really wanted Sycamore to be champion, but I'm really glad he wasn't. I'm really glad that the champion wasn't technically a champion, but you know who I'm talking about. I'm glad it went to who it did. At least in one pair of games. We don't talk about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, I think Sycamore was alright, don't get me wrong. I think he also did a lot more than most of the other professors. I think it's just, like, now in hindsight, like, Kukui is just so much better. Kukui is rad. No, I don't really plan on doing any kind of, like, tier list videos. I know that those are kind of all over the place nowadays, which is fine, but again, I don't want to do the YouTube game. I don't talk about it on these little chats here and there. Like, I think that's fine. I just don't want it to be like, you know. This is some weird music. This is the Battle Pike. It just sounds really strange. A lot of these I don't really know very well, because I never got brave enough to take on most of the Battle Frontier stuff. I really like Battle Factory though. I mean, who didn't? That was fun. Battle Factory was a lot of fun because you didn't have to train anything up. That's pretty good. This actually kind of sounds like a Mega Man theme. Mega Man X. It definitely has those vibes. What kind of team would I have if I were a gym leader? Probably water. Probably water. But I could also see grass, normal, or maybe even fairy. But those are definitely my favorite types. Yeah, this is a Mega Man music. You can't convince me otherwise. Battle Arena. This is taken straight from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Almost. The stream is now Marriland discovers Pokemon music he hasn't heard before. Live reaction. That's basically what it's devolved into. Top 5 favorite Pokemon. I don't really have an official list, but I'll say some of my favorites. Marill, Baneri, Lopunny, Scorbunny, Meowstic, Xatu, Buizel, Skyform Shaman. This isn't in any particular order, it's just ones I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, that's right. Battle Factory sounds way different in Hoenn. I forgot about that. It sounds really good in Hoenn. Oh, I guess the other would be in Platinum's music, right? Actually, I don't think I have that. I think they put Platinum's into Black 2 and White 2. You have the same sort of Mudkip too? Nice. Yeah, there it is. Battle Factory's Sinnoh version. They're so different. Are there any Pokemon I didn't really care about / like until I saw them as a Mystery Dungeon NPC? Quagsire didn't really do it for me. And then it just was so great. And then, Chatot definitely grew on me. Didn't really care about it before. What else? Grovyle, of course. That's kind of like the star when it comes to, like, making a middle evolution become really cool. Because, like, so oftentimes the middle evolutions, they get ignored. Because it's like, you know, they're not cute like the basic forms, and they're not like super cool and strong like the evolved ones. They're just in this like awkward phase. So it really takes a lot to have something make a middle evolution appealing. And, you know, Grovyle, like, you know, you think Grovyle, I think a lot of people think, they think of, like, you know, Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon, or a Grovyle Pokemon Fit on eBay? What? What generation I think is the best? Not your favorite, but the overall best? This is a tough one. I'm gonna say Generation 4. And the reason for this is it is the generation that made Pokemon global. Prior to that, you had to be in person to interact with other players. You had to attach a link cable. You had to do all of that. And even though Diamond and Pearl themselves were a little bit on the slower side as far as, you know, movement and HP scrolling issues and stuff like that, they still did introduce online trading. And they really revolutionized it. They had the GTS, they had a lot, but we're looking at the whole generation here. So that also includes Platinum, which improved on it. That also includes Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is regarded as a lot of people's favorite games, and were pretty darn solid remakes. So, you know, even though, like, my favorite would probably be Generation 6, which I also think did revolutionize a lot, I think, realistically, Generation 4 was the best, simply because I think they did so much in that generation to make it available to everyone. You know, like, it's just, it's so wild. Things that we don't really even think twice about now were revolutionary at the time back then. Braixen and Grovyle are your favorite mid-evolutions? Yeah, Braixen's also very popular for a mid-evolution. I mean, it's in Pokken, right? Not even, you know, Delphox, which, I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, I like Braixen's design better than Delphox's. Delphox just has way too much stuff coming out of its ears. It's just weird. Whereas I don't really have any complaints with like Breakson's design. It's neat. I also really like Ivysaur. Like, it's one that, you know, I like Bulbasaur, right? But I really like Ivysaur. It's really grown on me. Like, it's this kind of happy middle point between, you know, big, beefy Venusaur and, you know, tiny little Bulbasaur. I like that it's in Smash. Favorite Sword and Shield Pokemon other than starters? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe Indeedee. I really like Indeedee. Okay, so here's the Sinnoh version of Battle Factory. It's kind of similar. Favorite starter Pokemon from Gen 3 besides the Mudkip and Trico line? Oh, I don't know. Let's go with Charmander, because it was in Gen 3. Gotcha! Delphox is definitely your least favorite starter. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really, like, I think I still like Delphox better than Chestnut. Chestnut's just so weird. Yeah, this is some pretty good music, too. Are Fire Red and Leaf Green really considered Gen 3? Well, I mean, you said Gen 3, not Hoenn. And they're in Gen 3. I was just getting you back. Okay, I have something random. I forgot to talk about it earlier when I was going to talk about, like, random stuff. Just what I've been up to. You ever have, like, pizza and you burn the roof of your mouth and then it's just, like, just feels bad the next day? Like, I had some pizza last night. It was, like, you know, the store-bought pizza, like Red Baron or something. And, oh man. First of all, I wanted it to go just a little bit more because it didn't quite look done. So I looked away for like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. And then it's like, whoa, that's crisp. It was fine. It wasn't like too bad, but it's like, wow, a lot of time. Or that wasn't really any time, and it already kind of crisped it up pretty good. But anyway, I had the pizza and I did enjoy it, but it, oh, the roof of my mouth got like really burned to the point where like some of the inside skin or whatever the heck it was like peeling. It's like, you probably know that feeling of like that burn blister in there, but like, I don't know. I just figured I'd share that. Is that something that happens to you all? Do you, well, I don't think anyone likes that, but does it happen often? Like, I hate it when I burn my mouth. It was pretty good pizza, though. Not the best I've had, but it was okay. Like, I'd say it was worth it. And it'll heal. It's not like it's, you know... This is Battle Castle. This sounds really bad. I mean, really boring, okay? I can't. I'm gonna fall asleep. Battle Hall. Well, this is kind of nice. Yo, this is a really good tune. Was I extremely hungry? I wasn't like extremely hungry, but I was hungry. At least mouth wounds seem to heal a little quicker. Yeah. Yeah. Do 203 next. Since you outsmarted me last time, favorite Owen starter besides the Trico and Mudkip line, coming from an unbiased Blaziken fan. Sure, Torchic, why not? I've been outplayed. Checkmate, you got me. You got me. Favorite freezer pizza? Oh man, I don't really have it that often. There was one that I had that was really good. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't usually get it. Usually I just get Pizza Hut. Like DiGiorno. I had DiGiorno, I don't know, like a few weeks ago or something. I don't eat pizza that often, which, you know, it's not that good for you. I try to keep, like, my Pizza Hut orders to, like, 1 a month. I think that's fair. I think, you know, that's not too bad. Which, speaking of which, I don't remember when the last time I ordered is. Ooh. Oh, man. Favorite Pokemon OST? Probably X and Y for the main series of games. Like, I really liked how the music sounded as you went through the game. Like, it has a very seasonal kind of effect to it. And then, you know, Xerneas' battle theme is so good. What was I gonna say? There was something... Did it have to do with pizza? I don't remember now. Shoot! I got distracted. Oh no, I know what it was. I was reading this question. I was thinking about it. If you could make a fake mon, what would it be? Typing and what it's based off of? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I did, I made, like, some fake cards. Like, I had this whole line figured out. I wanted, it would be, and this is long before Mimikyu, just for the record. But I had, Copycat, Duplicat, or maybe Copycat, Mimicat, and Duplicat. And they were like normal ghost, I think, and they could transform. I thought that was just a neat idea. But, and they, I don't know, they look like cats, except they were like ghosts. Like with, you know, the Casper kind of trailing bit. Like, I don't know. That's kind of... I don't know if I'd still go that route, but I don't really think too much about Fakemon. I know a lot of people really get into that, but I don't really find myself caring that much. Otomo Chiona with another $2 super chat saying Discord movie night sponsored by Pizza Hut. Now there's a sponsor I would love. Oh man, Pizza Hut, send me a pizza so I can eat it every week on stream. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that because that would be probably a little unhealthy. But hey, once a month, maybe. I saw someone on my Twitter that I follow that had like Pizza Hut partner. I'm just like, wait, you can get that? Hold on. How do I become a Pizza Hut partner? I just don't know. As for the Discord movie night, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Just due to, you know, copyright reasons. Can I revisit the Platinum Nuzlocke and do a Wedlock? I mean, technically I can, but I'm not going to. I don't have any plans to do any Nuzlocks or Wedlocks. I've done so many, and even at that, it's like, you know, after you've played through the games, revisiting them, it's just different. It doesn't have that same kind of vibe. Favorite playthrough you've done on the channel? Oh man, I don't know. I really liked the Black Wedlock. I really liked, surprisingly, I liked the, what was it? The White 2. I still don't know how the heck I did that. And I enjoyed the recent Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX one. That was a lot of fun. Pizza once a week? That's not bad compared to me eating McDonald's almost 6 to 8 times a week. Woo! Man. Yeah, I personally, I don't think it's that good to eat more than once a week, or even once. Like I said, I do usually once a month. I order pizza. Like maybe I'll have a frozen one. Let's see. Been following you for over 11 plus years, and all I gotta ask you is, what's your drive to keep going on the path of YouTube? I'll be honest with you, that path, I don't have any drive to go that path anymore. That's kind of long since expired, and I'm just trying to be completely honest, and that's why I stepped back last year. I just was done with it. But that's also why I'm kind of coming back now, is rather than following the YouTube path, playing the YouTube game, where, you know, you gotta have thumbnails and you gotta make content that gets the views and gets the subscribers, which if people want to play that game, that's totally fine. I'm not, you know, a lot of people like to call it clickbait, and I know I've done that in the past, and I don't think that's the right attitude. I think a better attitude is just realizing that's how the game is played. If you want to be big on YouTube and grow your channel as a career, but I just realized that's not what I want, and I don't need to do that. So it felt kind of empowering. That's why I'm kind of back here rather than just leaving altogether. But I think that was a very important realization to have. Ever tried a pizza with avocado? I think I might have once, but I don't remember. It sounds really good though. I would try that. Will I do a brilliant diamond? What is a brilliant diamond? I know of the game coming out, Brilliant Diamond, but I don't know how you do one of those. Would I do a lock or any form of a lock if Pokemon were to come out with a new region with new Pokemons? No, I don't really want to. I mean, I still haven't technically done one on stream or on video for Sword and Shield, nor do I really plan on it. Aren't you vegetarian, Devin? Favorite pizza toppings? I am, and I really like... Okay, this is a wild combination. One of my favorite combinations. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it! Pineapple. Did he just say the thing? I think he just said the thing. He just said pineapple on pizza. Alright, I'm gonna hit that 400,000 mark sooner than I thought. No, just hear me out. Pineapple and jalapeno. Okay? Pineapple and jalapeno. I'm not as big of a fan of pineapple just on its own on pizza, but pineapple and jalapeno is like really good because you get the sweetness with the spiciness of the jalapeno, and you get both of the flavors. So it's really very different than a normal pizza. But pineapple jalapeno is pretty much the way to have pineapple if you're doing it on a pizza. If you're just having pineapple, you know, whatever, but that's me. But yeah, other than that, like, I like spinach and mushroom. Those are both good. Oh yeah, YouTube game changed more of a business. You're right. I mean, I remember the days back when no one made money from it. It was just a passion project. And even then, like, I didn't start back then because I wanted to. I started back then because I just wanted to have videos to go along with my walkthrough. But a lot of people get into it these days because they want to, and I think that's fine. Pineapple, avocado, spinach, and mushroom? I wouldn't do pineapple with that. I wouldn't. That's just me. I feel like it's... I don't know. I could see avocado, spinach, and mushroom, though. That sounds really good. But I know Team 4-Star. I know of them. I used to have pizza about 3 times every 2 weeks. Now you're lucky if you have it once every other week. I used to have pizza like every week when I was a kid, and that that definitely wasn't the healthiest decision. Like, I didn't have a really good, you know, diet growing up. Like, I fully recognize that, even if I was vegetarian, like, you know. But I've learned a lot from my mistakes, and I think that's really important. So, you know, obviously I still eat pizza and stuff, but a lot less than I did way back. Like, I used to eat ice cream all the time, every night. I used to have pizza every week. We, you know, when I was living with my family, you know, we'd have pizza night. And then, you know, we have soda. I don't drink soda nowadays, other than like Zevia, which I don't think counts. Also, thank you so much, Otomachi Una, for the $5 super chat, saying my bank might be giving me a call later. Wondering why I'm paying out to YouTube a lot. Also, pineapple on pizza? Heresy! Yeah, I know not everyone likes that, but, you know. It's, again, I kind of like it in the context of jalapenos. What are some other, like, weird food combinations that, you might have had? Like, okay, one of my crazy ones is, one of my favorites is actually salsa and mac and cheese, like hot salsa and mac and cheese. It's really good. In fact, they actually made a new Cheetos, like, hot mac and cheese. It's really good. It's actually pretty hot, but I really like it with salsa, too. It's surprising, but it's pretty good. Would I consider re-uploading the Marriland versus Untouchable video? It's actually been re-uploaded. Should be up. You can find it. I don't remember exactly where on my channel it is, but it's there. A chocolate chip cookie and nacho cheese? Ugh. Tuna and Ritz crackers? That doesn't sound too unusual. Eating crackers with ketchup? That's a little odd. Oh, I got another one. Apple pie and cayenne pepper. A generous amount of cayenne pepper. This was almost a big mistake. I don't remember if I told this story or not. I know I told it fairly recently, I think in the Marriland Discord channel. But I had a my mom, she made an apple pie and she was gonna put some cinnamon on it. And she reached for one of the, you know, the spice shakers and accidentally grabbed the cayenne pepper. And she caught it in time. But I said, hey, you know what? I want to try it with that. Well, let's just see. Oh, wow. It was so good. It actually gave it a cinnamon flavor. It's so weird. But it was delicious. Oh, that's right. It was, yeah, it was the Minecraft stream that I told the story on. That's right. I remember just telling it, but I couldn't remember when. But yeah, it was so good. It just was, it was like sweet. It was hot, but not like too hot. And it, oh man, and you could put a lot on it too. Like it's delicious. Like, oh man. Even if you don't like spicy food, you could probably try a little bit of it and it'll be nice. Like it's really good. Mom eats apple pie with Kraft cheese. Cheese and apple pie, that's also a good combo. My grandma used to love that. She always used to say, oh, what was it? Apple pie without cheese is like a hug without a squeeze. Oh, man. Yeah, I miss her. Man, she's been gone, I think, 10 or 11 years. She was a really wonderful grandmother. Like, I still have one grandmother left. What's my thought about the current state of the Pokemon/YouTube online community? in a whole compared to 10 years ago, I mean, it's unrecognizable, to be honest. Like, I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way or a good way. It's just, it's entirely different than it was 10 years ago. You know, I personally don't like how dependent everyone is, both creators and viewers, on, like, modified content. Like, I get it. People that are creators, they have this pressure to always provide fresh content, but it's just really rough when you end up with, like, things like randomizers. You end up with things like, you know, extreme hacks or completely new games that aren't official. And, you know, I understand that it might be exciting for viewers to watch or for creators to play, but it just, I feel like it makes so much of a disconnect for people that are just looking for Pokemon. Like, that's the meta now. That's kind of what is expected, and I just don't really like that. I think that that will lead to some problems down the line. Also, sorry to hear that, Sadib. My condolences. We're having a longer stream today. Man, this is supposed to be a shorter stream, but I just kept yapping. I should probably wrap it up pretty soon, though. I was just getting into the music and the stories. I do think the Hoenn version of this is better. I just played the Sinnoh version, but this is such a good tune. Like hearing my stories though, nice. You have a Discord? I do have it that is easily linkable for YouTube members. Otherwise, it's a bit of a process. What music is this? This is the Battle Frontier Brain Hoenn version. It's pretty good. I like it better than the other. Have I read any mangas or have any interest in maybe starting to read / collect if you haven't? I've read a few, not a lot. Like, I don't have enough patience, I think. I like to always have stuff going on. So actually, that's part of the reason why I'm not really much in the, much of one to even read books. Like, I'm a very fast reader, I just don't really like to just focus on one thing, which probably isn't that good, but I do actually have a few manga. Like, I have one called Train Man that I got a while back, because one of my, it's kind of funny, one of my favorite, like, shows is actually this J-drama from the mid-2000s called Train Man, or Densha Otoko. A friend of mine showed it to me, and it was great. I loved it. Like, it was about, like, a nerdy guy falling in love with a, like, really beautiful woman. And, you know, he was, like, super shy and stuff and awkward. And he would use, like, an online message board to kind of, like, ask for help and stuff. And it was so endearing. Like, I love it. It's still one of my favorite series I've ever watched. And it's based on a true story, too, which is really neat. But, there's a manga adaptation of it. And it was really neat. I didn't like it as much, but I checked it out. It was kind of cool. I have some other manga too. I don't remember what. I think I have some from Welcome to the NHK as well. I'll have to see. I have a bookshelf that I need to put some manga in. I was cleaning up my closet and stuff, and I ran across some of it, and it's like, huh. But I don't know. I'm not really much of, like, a reader. Am I going to do a Brilliant Diamond adventure? Maybe. Probably. Helped you beat Pokemon X and Sun? Thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Glad I could help you with that. Computer died when I was talking about weird food combinations. Oh man. I guess it was just too weird. Just a little bit too weird. Tomochi Una with another $2 super chat saying NHK was nice. Thanks for the recommendation. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I know you were looking for some recommendations, and welcome to the NHK. Definitely not family friendly, but it is still a really top favorite of mine for anime. And it's just all the like internal monologue and stuff. I just liked it. I think it was really good. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. How'd you go about joining? If I'm not a member, do you gotta be a member for Discord? There is a way, it's just kind of like convoluted and invite only. Kind of. Technically, you can go to my Twitch and there may be a way to find a way to get in, but it's kind of one of those things I don't want to have just like everywhere right now. So, and it requires an additional verification step. So that's why I have it mostly like for members and stuff. Not trying to be too exclusive or lock it behind a paywall, but just I don't want it to be like, it's a nice community if that makes sense. And just having it like, if everyone just is like rushing in, it can be a pain. So I have it easiest to set up. It's just super easy if you're a member or a patron over on Patreon. But if you do sleuthing, you can probably find it. Jelly and marshmallows in a McDonald's hamburger. What? That's weird. Alright, see ya, Shripa. What's your favorite YouTube moment in all these years? I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess breaking 100,000 subscribers way back in the day, like, that was unreal to think of. Is your Minecraft server still running? No. No, and I don't think I'm ever bringing that back. I don't think so. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna wrap things up for today then. It's been a little bit longer of a stream than I was really expecting. I was thinking it'd kind of be a little short, but hopefully it was a nice, chill, relaxing time as we listened to some good tunes. And we're gonna be doing the next stream on Wednesday, next Wednesday, and that'll be the end of the month. So any members, I will have your name on the wall of supporters. We'll actually do that. I will have it ready this time. Well, that's the one that's once a month. And I'll update that at I think it'd be best if I did it for like the last stream of the month. But I know I was going back and forth if I wanted this to be the last one of the month and then do one on the first, but I have another plan for that. So we'll do next Wednesday, same time. Now keep in mind, if you live in Europe, or I think it's just Europe right now, but I believe you enter summertime on the 28th, so it will go back to what it was a few weeks ago, because in the US and Canada, the equivalent daylight saving time, it's already happened, so that's why the past like 2 or so weeks have been at a different time if you live in Europe. So just keep in mind, if you live in Europe, I think it will then be an hour later again, but it will basically be what it was like 2 or so weeks ago, if that kind of makes sense. I know it's weird, you know, time zones and daylight saving time and all that, but I try to be conscious of the fact that, you know, anytime or anyone in you know, Europe, they have a different schedule for that. Australia too, but I think that's already happened. Yeah, summertime is on Sunday. Yep. And then the good news is it should be fine after that, but it'll just be one more week of weirdness in the meanwhile. All right, so as we wrap things up, I am going to have the thanks for the support for all of the Pearl and Shiny Big Service tiers supporters. across Patreon and YouTube. So huge thanks to Otomachi Una 597, aka Otomachi, in the chat, who's also supporting me over on Patreon, just in case you're wondering what that's all about. And then, of course, huge thank you to the Loof here on YouTube. Thank you so much for that incredible level of support. I will, of course, have the supporter wall for the next stream, the end of the month stream, where I'll try to get everyone together for that. So if you are, you know, a member or supporter, you should be, I'll just add everyone that's there. If you're on Patreon, you need to make sure you confirm that it's okay for me to use your name on that. So just check that out if you know you're supporting me there, and you want to make sure you get on there, because I just do require a little bit of extra verification on that. And then, what else? Yeah, that should be it. Should be good. So yeah, anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week for the last stream of the month. Oh yeah, see you next time, everyone.